How's it going, everybody? My name is Isaiah, and I'll be talking about the organizational issue that I have decided to address with a certain type of research and how I thought would be the best way to go about resolving this issue. And so, for my organization, I chose to talk to my father, who runs a nonprofit for troubled youth and at-risk youth, and this is something he's been doing for many years, so I'm sure he has quite the look on what really is his biggest issue. I mean, he's done it for so long, so I'm sure there's many issues, but this is one he said has been the biggest one for him since starting up his nonprofit. And with that being said, the issue is, while working with these kids, it's kind of hard for them to want to do the work or, go to school and all this and that. And it kind of comes down to two main ideas, basically. It was either being told growing up that, they might, like, they're dumb, or they're not like other kids, and so that really affects the psychology of a kid, especially at a young age. But then another one is how environment also plays an influence on how these kids are, and just like trying to get them to understand the consequences of what their actions and how that plays a big role in whether they're going to succeed or whatever's going to go on in their life. And so basically, the ones I really wanted to apply with doing research from the ones we've looked over was I'm really stuck between behavioral theories and positive theories, just because I feel like with the first one being being told you can't do something, or being put down your whole life compared to other kids when you're just not the same in aspects of educational wise. And I think a lot of these kids have been told they couldn't do things, and this really brought down their psyche or their ego. And with positive psychology theories, it's all about like finding out your own happiness and your own success. And I think that would be one great way to try and help these kids, as since they've been told they're no the whole life, we're trying to break that down and rebuild it into something new, where they be like, oh wow, I really can do this. I'm not dumb. I'm smart enough to complete this math homework. I'm just as smart, if not smarter, than the kid next to me. I'm not and it's not being put down anymore. So that was one I really think he definitely helped out. The other one with how environment kind of plays a role, and I think behavioral theory really explains this quite well, because behavioral theory is all about gaining insight on your past traumas, experiences, and try to understand how all that ties together and to make you who you are. And I think whether it's being put down and using positive theories, or just trying to understand, like, if something was like engraved in them that's causing them to I wouldn't want to say act out, but to be the way they are. I think behavioral theories can help kind of dig deep and get to the bottom of that. So for that, I kind of I brought these up to my father, and it was quite interesting because he really liked the ideas of both of them. So I'm trying to really narrow it down and see which one best fits the problem, and which one would be the best solution to trying to figure out how to get these kids to want to believe in themselves and want to do the work and stuff like that. I think these were the appropriate ones at the time, because like I said, they were the two that best fit his problem. And I think they are the two that will both best benefit not just his organizational issue, but also the kids that he's working with, because not only will, I don't want to say make his job easier, but it'll also give these kids a greater chance of success and to live a better life than they thought they could. So I think these were very appropriate, and I think these are ones that should be taken. These are ones that should have steps taken to make them happen. As for boundaries and limits, I feel, not every kid is the same, especially with the age group he works with. He works from, all the way from 7 to 17. And, some kids might take to this, trying to work through their problems. And then you got the other kids who, like, they just don't want nothing to do with it all. They don't think anything's wrong, which there is nothing wrong. It's just, whatever they have going on in their life at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that would be the biggest limit or boundary for this specific issue, is actually trying to get these kids to understand that this is not to just benefit the organizational issue, but this is to benefit them to the point where they will be able to live a life not based on other people's successes or other people's ideas of successes, but their own, and that's the most important thing. Their happiness equals success. And I think that just will, some kids, will understand that, and then some kids won't. So I think this would be the biggest boundary.